Got me, beat me down, do you think you're on top? Well, I'm not where you left me. I've been picking up steam and I pick myself up. I'm stronger this time, ready to defy. And no matter what you do, I'm never gonna stop. Are you sure that you want it? Is the fire in your soul gonna keep you warm? Is this the price that you covet? Did you find the reason that you were born? And if it's not, you better step aside, because I'm coming for it, coming for it. I'm all in. This is rage, this is war. I'm falling. It'll settle every score. Do you wanna run it all? Do you wanna have control? Are you all in? So you think you can top me? Guess again, is a chance you should. Doubt your little plan isn't likely. You can try, but not in my house. You had your time, get back in line. Or you can see for yourself and learn what I'm about. Do you truly believe it? Does the drive in your heart keep you alive? Can you climb to the summit? If you make it, what do you think you'll find? You'll see my eyes, then we collide. Because I'm coming for it, coming for it. I'm all in. This is rage, this is war. I'm falling. It'll settle every score.
It's Sunday, guys. You know what that means. It is time for your final dose of the week of the Pro Wrestling Injection. Right here on the Pro Wrestling Injection YouTube and Twitch. We just surpassed 60 subscribers on the YouTube page. Good stuff. Glad everybody is tuning into this. I need to have both windows open for chats, because I'm lazy. I'm also still a little bit tired. Still a little bit high hungover from yesterday. So bear with me, folks. Also, thoughts and prayers go out to the Rotunda family. As you saw, we have another passing in the wrestling family, which was Bray Wyatt. So yeah.
Very unfortunate. We're gonna talk more about Bray Wyatt and the legacy of Wyndham Rotunda on Wednesday on the normal show, since we only have a limited amount of time for this pre-show here.
Yeah.
But obviously, thoughts and prayers go out to the Rotunda family. Just a horrible, shocking thing this week. Again, we'll talk about it then, but very, very sad, and rest in peace to Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Other than that, though, there's really no news for pro wrestling as of right now, because today is All Out Day. Photos of the set have been surfaced onto X, Twitter, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And the set's looking real nice. I can't wait to see 83,000 people crammed into there. So, yeah.
Yep. So, what's it called? We have AEW All In today, and I mean, regardless of where you stand in the wrestling field, what company you like, what type of shit you enjoy, this is a great day for the industry. This is a monumental achievement for AEW. This is
Yes.
outstanding for everybody involved in the wrestling industry, regardless of what you like, who you support. whatever you want to say about anything. This is nothing but a fucking net positive for everything that has to do with wrestling right now. We have 83,000 people crammed in Wembley Stadium in London for AEW, which is an achievement in itself for a company that's only 5 years old. This is AEW's day.
Yeah.
It's a monumental thing for the wrestling business, and we're all lucky to be a part of it today in All In.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I'm looking forward to this. I'm hosting an event in another Discord of a watch along with it, so that's going to be the fun times. But I think without further ado, let's just dive in to this card. I have it
Yep.
up right
You have
now.
the updated one?
Let's dive in on this
Uh,
historic day.
I think all this one is missing. Oh, not fully updated. I had the updated card. Oh,
Have the
right, it's on
updated
my
card
phone.
for me.
I saved
There's
it.
We all
11
know what
total, right?
Yeah, we all know what the opener is. So
Yes.
the first match on the card, the opener of AEW All In, which is probably going live in less than an hour. We have the Ring of Honor Tag Team Title match between the champions Aussie Open, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis, versus Better Than You, Bebe, MJF, and Adam Cole. This is a crazy, crazy match since the two men, MJF and Adam Cole, will be main eventing the show. It's very risky, so we'll see how it goes. Just a little pop in here. The All In Pre-Show has gone live. Not the matches aren't starting until 12, but they have like a panel of Anthony Ogogo, Kip Sabian, Renee, and um, Paul White, and then they're cutting in to RJ within the building. So if you want to check that out as well. We have the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Title match. This has been the biggest built pre-show match of all time. It's had a main event build.
And it's only had a week to build it. Let's be
No,
real.
it's had more than a week.
Two,
Well,
three.
No,
Give him
we
credit.
had 3 weeks. We had at least 3 weeks.
Well, the announcement of it.
Well, the announcement coincided. There was stuff on Rampage and Collision 3 weeks ago, so it's been
Alright.
3 weeks.
All right.
But yeah, so we have Aussie Open defending against Better Than You, Bebe. Yeah, it's had a main event build. This has been a crazy feud because of it has dealings in the main event. I'm happy that Aussie Open is getting the spotlight because Aussie Open is fantastic. They're the tag team of the future. They're the Ring of Honor tag team champions, and this match has been put here for a reason. There will be some sort of angle. There will be some sort of storyline that plays into the main event, or an angle that plays into later on in the show. We don't know what it is yet because there's multiple angles this can go. But whatever angle this goes, I don't see MJF and Adam Cole walking out the tag team champions. I have Aussie Open here to retain the titles. I mean, I doubt. I guarantee you, they're not gonna have MJF and Adam Cole work Ring of Honor shows, even though that'd probably be a big draw for Ring of Honor. I think it's Aussie Open's belts. They just won them at the last Ring of Honor show like less than a month ago. So yeah, I'm going with Aussie Open.
I think that's gonna be a unanimous.
Yeah, that was kind of my tipping point as well, Christian. Like, they're not going to consistently be on Ring of Honor.
Especially
So, Aussie
MJF.
Open.
Like if it was
Yeah.
Adam Cole and someone else, yeah. But because MJF, that character does not
Yeah.
want to
And plus,
work it.
and Christian, you also said it. There's going to be something that's going to happen to set up the main event and their match next week, which I am predicting that they will have a match again next week.
It depends on, I think maybe Roddy and the Kingdom get involved here, something like that. Potentially Kyle O'Reilly if he's cleared. But we'll see how this works. Because I guarantee you, this is going to play into the main event. Can't really talk much about that until we get to the main event. But next up, we have the other 0-hour match. It's the only one announced so far. There's one that I could see being added, but not announced. But before we get to that, we have Hook versus Jack Perry for the FTW Championship in an FTW rules stipulation. And yeah, this was announced last night on Collision. Hook returned and beat up Jack Perry while he was trying to retire the belt.
And then Hook randomly joined CM Punk.
Well, it wasn't random. It was an all-star. It was like an all-star team.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kind of was.
They did like this all-star match last night. They had a bunch of guys in different feuds, and on the All In card involved in the match. So yeah, so we have these two going at it. I have this one's kind of harder to call, but I originally thought this was probably going to be saved for All Out. And
It could be like a back and forth thing, like each match, like maybe All Out, they'll have their rubber match.
yeah, I see that's probably the case here. I do think that since it's a 0 hour match, even though this is probably one of the biggest pre-shows ever, uh, it's a 0 hour match. I think they can get away with something. I think Jack Perry retains, and I think Hook wins the belt back either on All Out or they do something where they push it and Hook wins it back in his hometown in at Arthur Ashe. They could do something like
That's what I
that.
kept saying. That's what I
Um,
kept
but
saying. It's possible.
they could do that. But I think All Out is you'll probably get a rubber match. So I'm gonna go with Jack Perry to retain here for the FTW Championship.
I'm still tossed up on this one. Mike, who do you got?
I want to hear your thoughts first.
I'm leaning towards your Jack Perry because I think like the rubber match is either happening at All Out or in his hometown of New York. I feel like they're gonna do that, so I guess I'll go with Jack on this one.
Well, I was gonna pick Hook, and then you two just convinced me to pick Jack Perry because I wasn't even thinking about the rubber match. So I'll go Jack Perry.
All right. What's this next 0
Okay.
hour that might be announced?
So it's still being teased, and I understand why they wouldn't announce it if it is happening. And that is Grado and Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett on Twitter keeps putting like no numpties, no shags, no Grado on like while he's promoting All In stuff. So and plus a lot of fans aren't going to know who Grado is besides the UK fans. And if they do that on the 0 hour just for the UK fans, I think that'll be uh very very cool. I do hope it happens. And if it does happen, I don't see anything but Grado winning. Um so if it does happen, Grado. But if not, it is what it is. But we'll see.
I hope so.
And and that takes us to the main card.
Oh yeah, I saw that video, Mike. Someone there's actually a video.
You mean the tweet?
Yeah,
Oh, there's a video of it?
yeah. It's actually very uncomfortable to watch
Yeah.
because it wasn't like a kid. It was a grown man asking the question.
Why am I not surprised? What do we got next, Christian?
All right,
Well-
next up we have the main.
is it unanimous on Grado?
Yeah, if it
Yeah.
does happen, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's no point in doing it.
True.
It kind of doesn't
Very
win.
true.
I know it's mostly for the entrance, but is what it is. Next up we have the main card. This is starting. We don't know the opener, so because they're basically counting the 0 hours the main card as well, kind of. But the opener, we don't know the opener yet. But so I'm just
I
gonna
would like
go.
to think the women's match, in my opinion.
I don't think that's the opener. I think that's like third to last.
Yeah, I think
Or
that'll be.
that's either third or
later.
second to last.
Yeah, I think that'll be either later or like closer to the middle.
If not, then maybe Acclaimed in House of Black.
Maybe. I think. I can't really predict what the opener is gonna be. But I'm just gonna go off the list.
in case we run into it.
I'm just gonna go off the list here.
Alright.
But if I had a prediction,
Should we say that for the ending in case we run into same picks?
Yeah, all right. So I'll just go up the list here of what we have. First up, we have the Golden Elite: Adam Page, Hangman Adam Page, Kota Ibushi, and Kenny Omega versus Bullet Club Gold's Juice Robinson, Switchblade Jay White, and Don Callis family's Konosuke Takeshita. This is probably going to be one of the greatest trios matches of all time. Just looking at the names in this match, I mean, a lot of people had a problem with Kenny Omega being in a 6-man tag on this show, but I'm completely fine with it because of the names in this match.
Yeah,
Uh, this
100%.
guy has wrestled Jay White once in New Japan, and it was fantastic. And they haven't wrestled since 2018. Him and Juice haven't wrestled since I don't know when. And Takeshita, this is going to set up the singles match at All Out for them most likely. And also we have the return of Kota Ibushi and Hangman in this match, was always great. So I'm very, very much excited for this match. This is going to be fantastic. Everybody in this match are elite level workers, high work rate guys. This is gonna be Kota Ibushi's first like really really big match since he came back. He did a couple matches. He did Blood and Guts. He did a couple matches in DDT. He did the GCW matches, but this is gonna be the big one.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
he put AEW in his bio on Twitter, so I don't know if he has signed something. So we'll see if he gets a graphic after the match. But we'll see. But this is actually one of the harder ones to call for me, just because of what it is and the implications of next week's pay per view. And that's why it's been difficult for me because it really relies on Omega and Takeshita because whoever wins here, I think, wins it all out. I mean, whoever wins here, loses at all out. So if
Yeah.
Omega wins here, I think he'll lose to Takeshita at all out. Um, and vice versa. So this has been one of my ones I've been going back and forth on. Um, but I think just how I see things shaking and how they could prolong this. I'm going with the Golden Elite, Hangman, Ibushi, and Omega to win. Um, and this could go either way, but I'm gonna go with the Golden Elite here for the victory.
I'm trying to think like, do we get like a shoddy finish though with this? Like somehow, um, Don Callis tries to interfere, and then that leads to like he tries to say Jay White or Juice get distracted, and that causes them to lose. I'm trying to think. Cause I know like this crowd's gonna and no one's gonna be a true heel besides Don Callis at this show today. Um, I will go with Bullet Club Gold and Takeshita. I think they have a strong shot. I think it's gonna. I think with them winning, it also puts another like it gives both Kenny and Takeshita one win apiece from each other. So then the eventual like once again another rubber match happens, and that one's gonna be set for All Out. But that's just me thinking this one.
Potentially.
Yeah. Mike.
I think I'm gonna also go with Bullet Club Gold here because you just said it would give them one win apiece, and then I would strongly assume that we're going to get 3 singles matches over the course of the next couple months between Kenny and Takeshita. So, yeah, I'll go Bullet Club Gold.
All right.
And plus, they've also been taking a lot of losses lately, so they kind of need a win.
Very true, actually.
All right. So next up, we have the House of Black, another trios match here. We have the House of Black versus the Acclaimed. And this was announced last week. Well, on Wednesday, but we all knew this was probably going to happen a couple weeks ago after they shot the angle with Billy Gunn's retirement, fake retirement. But yeah, we have the House of Black versus the Acclaimed here, and this one is also another one, a hard one to call. I think most of the matches on this card is actually pretty difficult to call. But yeah,
Give or take like one or two.
this is gonna be, I believe, their second or third match. Actually no,
It's at
second.
least their second.
It's either second, yeah, second or third. Because they had the one at All Out. They had the one at Double or Nothing. They had the one at yeah, they had the one at Double or Nothing. I think they had one on TV.
That was the one where Billy Gunn.
Really, yeah. So this is gonna be the third match. House of Black has won both. I could see the Acclaim winning for like a just a big shock moment. By beating them and having the House of Black move into something more serious. Maybe get back to maybe that's when they finally pull the trigger on Andrade and Malachi, which they've been teasing on Collision. And the other thing I could see is maybe this is it for Billy Gunn. Maybe this is actually the real retirement. Maybe he just came back for this match, and they'll lose here, and Billy Gunn could retire in front of 83,000 people, which would be pretty fitting. So I don't know how much he still wants to do. I don't know if this is going to be it for him. But I could very well see the Acclaim winning, and I think it's a most viable possibility because they haven't been the trios champs yet. But I am going to go with the House of Black. I just think they're way too valuable with those titles right now. And I think they don't really need to be losing that often, which they don't. But I think they should probably just keep it on them for right now. So I'm gonna go with the House of Black.
This is where I 100% agree. I think House of Black goes over, especially now with the repackaging of Los Faction on Ingo Benabas, I believe. Yes, I said that right. Because they are essentially repackaging them, especially after the vignette from last night on Collision. I think House of Black picks up the win, and then this sets up that trios feud with them and the House of Black. So the House of Black wins, sets up the trios feud with Los Faction. So
yeah, I was going back and forth, and because my main question going into this match is where does House of Black go from there? And then you just reminded me of that.
Yeah,
so
still,
make that a clean sweep for House of Black.
Yeah, because that feud is unfinished. Like, even though we had Andrade get his mask back from Buddy, I still think it's unfinished business going forward.
Oh yeah.
So all right. So next up we have Sting and Darby Allin versus Christian Cage and Swerve Strickland in a coffin match. This one's going to be very, very crazy. Just the amount of shit they're going to do. And I do think people, I don't know if Fox is there, do travel stuff. I have no clue if he's there or not.
Yeah, that news we haven't gotten any clarification on.
So I don't know if he's there.
What exactly happened?
He got, so on Wednesday, Swerve kicked him out of the mobile embassy.
No, that I saw. But is there like an actual thing going on?
No.
We don't know the reason. I assume like maybe they did that because so he can't travel or something like that. If he's on the show, if he's not on the show, that maybe has something to do with it. But I'm not sure yet. But they did shoot an angle on Collision that they aired last night of Nick Wayne and AR Fox.
Yeah, but AR Fox has a dead dad too. So
yeah,
rip.
yeah. So
just don't get him into a feud with Christian.
Well, Christian already knows it, man. Fuck.
So AR Fox basically apologized to Nick Wayne, but Nick Wayne did not accept it. Darby did, though. I could still see this being a double swerve, something like that. But we'll see how that works out if he's there. They tease that Nick Wayne is going to be there. I think he will probably get involved. Mogul Embassy will probably get involved. I know Nana's there. So I don't know about Khan and Leona.
I'm gonna give
Cage.
My prediction on this though right now. I'm a big proponent on this, and you guys know. I get it. The coffin match is Darby's specialty. 100% is. But I think today, in front of 80,000, he takes his first loss in his own match. With the swerve implications in the back of my head of AR Fox possibly doing a double swerve, and then helping the local embassy win is playing in my head. I've been talking about Darby potentially losing a coffin match every other time it wasn't for Ethan Page, because I think every person that Darby has faced really needed a win like that. But I digress. So I'm giving my prediction to be Swerve and Christian, for the fact of which that Darby taking his first loss of his own match should be important like this in front of 80,000.
I think, regardless if Fox is there, he'll play into it somehow. And what's it called? Just whatever happens this match. Obviously, Luchasaurus and Darby wrestling for the TNT title
Yeah.
next week at All Out. So this one also is very, very difficult to call. I'm actually going to agree, though. I'm going to go with Christian Cage and Swerve Strickland for the victory here, because I think they could play into it where, say if Nick Wayne, I think Christian's line from Wednesday encapsulates this perfectly. He told Nick Wayne, "How's it gonna like when the casket lid closed on your father?" He'll make like Nick Wayne watch as the casket lid closes on Darby, which is his friend. So I could see something like that where, and then we eventually get a match between Christian Cage and Nick Wayne.
So
I'm going with Christian and Swerve here.
another thing I want to add is, if Darby and Sting lose this, I don't want to see Darby till All Out. I don't want to see him till All Out. I want there to be I want there to be vignettes
For a week?
for a week.
A
yes.
day?
Well, Wednesday, Friday,
it's-
Saturday. Give us like the 3 shows.
It's not that really. I mean,
Well,
I
we'll see,
don't
but,
really.
but also,
it's
but just
been a
like
week.
picture the casket closes, they win, and then when we go to All Out, how does Darby appear? And he breaks out of the casket, something like that, because he's always
Yeah,
on
you could do
crazy
that.
entrances.
I mean, yeah, you could do that for an entrance, but it's not like it's going to be a big deal because
No, but I want it to be important. I kind of want like his first.
It's not. I'm just saying it's not going to be. It's been a week.
Let
In
me
the eyes of the in the eyes of the fans, fucking
me
long-term
cook.
shit. Long-term shit. This guy's like, okay, he's back. That's going to be cool for an entrance, but
let me
that's about
cook.
it.
God damn it!
It's a week. He's going to miss a show. People aren't even going to bat an eye.
I know, but it's like, hey, boom, because like he did the same shit with like I forgot who he versed, but he did the same shit. But is it gonna be unanimous on Swerve and Christian, or do you think Sting and Darby pull it?
I'm actually gonna go with Sting and Darby on the
Whoa,
sole
whoa,
basis.
hold up.
What happened?
Miro's coming out.
Oh,
Wait, what the?
Bleacher.
All right, let me just do this quick.
Oh,
I am going to.
Hobbs is out there. Oh, they're having a contract signing
Okay.
between Miro and Hobbs.
They don't have the
Did they start
pre-show.
this thing early?
Well, no, it's just like it's the
It's just
pre-show
for
to
2
the
hours.
pre-show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
All right. So next up, so
Wait,
give your
hold on.
prediction.
Let me make this quick. I'm gonna go Sting and Darby on the sole basis that Darby is the only one on this All In card that has a match announced for All Out. That's why I'm picking him and Sting to win here.
Okay. All right.
Made it simple.
Next up, we have the Stadium Stampede between the Blackpool Combat Club's John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli, and the team of Santana and Ortiz versus Pentel Serra and Miedo, Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Eddie Kingston. This
Speaking
one
of Stadium
looks,
Stampede, the game mode for AEW is out, and it's so much fun.
yeah, it's great. But yeah, it's been really fun. But yeah, this one I'm not even gonna attempt to predict of anything. What's gonna go down? I know Sue is there, so she's definitely gonna play a role into the match. But yeah, this is gonna be a wild and crazy match. Just a fucking. They're gonna be fighting all over Wembley Stadium in the crowd everywhere. I can't wait to see this. It's gonna be fantastic. I'll give my quick prediction here. And I'm gonna go with them just because I think they'll probably end up having a match later. But I'm gonna go with the. This is another one hard to call. Um, I because I think this sets up either Moxley and Eddie
All Out, Arthur Ashe.
at all out, but they did have a thing on Collision last night where they cut a promo and Eddie grabbed the phone out of grabbed the microphone out of Orange Cassidy's hands, and it's like I mean Orange grabbed it at Eddie's hand. Eddie didn't really like that, so I'm gonna go with the Blackpool Combat Club because I think it'll set up a triple threat between Moxley, Kingston, and Orange for the international title at at All Out, and I think even if Orange wins that, it could spin off, and then they do Moxley and Kingston at Arthur Ashe. So I'm gonna go with the Blackpool Combat Club here.
I'm gonna go Blackpool Combat Club too. I think playing it safe.
Yeah.
With them.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, it's also Santana's first match back and Santana and Ortiz's first match back together. So I'll give them the W here.
I can't wait to see the stadium packed. I cannot wait.
What did Miro just say?
I don't know.
He's gonna break your spine and make him humble. That's a reference to the Iron Sheik if I've ever seen one. All right, next up we have Will Ospreay, the United Kingdom champion, the New Japan IWGP United Kingdom champion versus Chris Jericho. Last night at Rev Pro, Will Ospreay defeated Shingo Takagi in a fantastic match, and after the match, Chris Jericho showed up and attacked him. Aussie Open came out to run Jericho off, but this is one of the biggest matches of Ospreay's career. I think this is going to be the best Jericho match we've seen in maybe years since him and Omega in the Tokyo Dome. I mean, Ospreay. I mean, you can't find a better dance partner to have. But this is going to be huge, and Ospreay is going to be a huge baby face in the arena due to he's in his home country. And I think this is going to be a great match. But I am gonna go with Will Ospreay here to take the victory. It should prolong a feud with the Don Callis family and Jericho and Callis, wherever that goes. But yeah, I'm going with Will Ospreay for the victory here.
I'm going with Will Ospreay as well, just for the sole
Yeah,
fact
in my
of which I want to see Sammy and him have a singles match or Arthur Ashe.
Yes.
oh god. In my opinion, this was arguably the easiest match to call on the card, so just make that a clean sweep.
Next up,
There's no need for Jericho to go over here. None whatsoever.
Next up, we have the AEW World Tag Team Championship match between FTR and the Young Bucks. This match was actually my easiest one to call. That was before 2 weeks ago. As we know, Cash Wheeler and the arrest and all that stuff, we already got into it. But this is the rubber match. This is match number 3 between FTR and the Young Bucks. This is a marquee match. This is going to be a crazy match. They've already had 2 of the best tag team matches you'll ever see. And they're about to have another one. But I think this is a lot harder to call now after what just took place. However, I thought on it. I sat on it for a couple days. I do think that this is going to be just it. I don't think this is going to be anything after this with this feud unless they wrestle against in the future. I don't think this is going to be like a match at All Out or anything like that. But just because I think it's already died down enough, I don't know if I am still gonna go with FTR. I kind of do want the Young Bucks to win though, because they're my favorite tag team. But I'm gonna go with FTR for the retention here. I think they'll probably just keep it on them until it's time to take it off of them, because I do see the people to take the team to take it off of FTR is either going to be Aussie Open, Bullet Club Gold, or someone else that we're not really speculating on right now. But I am going to still keep it with FTR right now, even though I want the Bucks to win.
I'm gonna just address a guy talking in our chat on the YouTube side of things. He had mentioned hashtag no love for football, hashtag 8 hours.
It's preseason.
8 hours too long for a pay per view. We don't know this could be.
It's not going to be 8 hours.
And then AEW has no love for California because it's 8 a.m. here, bro.
Well, it's going to be 9 a.m. by the time the 0 hour starts.
Christ. And then also he predicts Jericho and Ospreay by DQ. I think
that would be pretty lame.
Yeah, that'd be.
Yeah,
I
not
think
on
would
this
very
show.
underwhelming.
And yeah, not on this show. No DQs
No.
on this show.
For this,
As Eric Cartman would say, lame.
I'm trying to think of like this match. So, yes, I see
Next
where you're
up-
coming from. Both me and Mike did not predict for this one.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
What, you thinking about yourself today, Christian? All of a sudden,
No, I'm fucking because
This ain't Full Gear last year.
I got my attention fucking on the pre-show on the fucking Twitter and
all good, all good. I definitely agree. I don't see this feud continuing past, and I don't know where the Bucks go from here.
I don't know where either team goes from here, no matter who wins this match.
Like,
well, the Bucks are gonna stay in the tag division,
Well, yeah,
so
of
they can have a
course.
whole host of feuds that they haven't had yet. Like they still haven't feuded with Bullet Club Gold, really. They have been having run-ins with the Bucks, but they really haven't done anything with Jay and Juice yet. So, and plus with Takeshita and Jay and Juice with them, I could see that spinning off into like maybe like a 6-man tag, with the Bucks instead of Ibushi and Hangman on a Dynamite or something. We still never got that match with Kenny and the Bucks versus the Guns and Juice, which we were supposed to get on Wednesday. So I could see them feuding with Bullet Club Gold, maybe.
I guess I'll go with FTR on this one. I think there has to be like a worthy opponent for them to drop it to, and I don't think the Bucks are that person.
God, this was probably the toughest match on the card to call for me.
You have to think about too, like where they are. Like this is the first time the Bucks are wrestling in an audience like this. FTR has done this before at a Mania. So you got to keep that in mind. Yeah, I know it was on a pre-show, but they have still wrestled in front of like a 20,000 plus people. Versus the Bucks, they haven't had a moment like this.
They've had
which is why it's hard to tell.
30, they've had like 30,000 in the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah,
so
it's like, do you think that the Bucks would get this win in a company they helped build in front of 80,000?
Maybe.
Well, it's like it's hard.
So
it's like the safe option is FTR, and like the fun option is the Bucks.
I'll just go FTR.
All right.
Because I feel like they should have spent more time building this match up than they did.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like the build to me does not warrant a title change. It's been okay. Nothing spectacular. It's been okay. I feel like they could have done more.
Yeah, that was my only thing too. It's like I didn't really need a build because of just the history of the matches.
True.
Like, and this being the rubber match where it had to happen at some point, and it happened
Now,
here, it's probably the best option.
Yeah. Now, do I feel like these two are going to wrestle more tag matches in the future? Yes, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon.
Yeah. So next up we have the AEW Women's World Championship Fatal 4-Way between Hikaru Shida, Britt Baker, Saraya, and Toni Storm. I think this is one of the easier ones to call. I know there's a lot of people who think that they could put it on Saraya, and because of the hometown thing, but I don't think that's really never influenced them in the past. So I am going with the retention of Hikaru Shida. I think it's way too early to take the title off of her. And we all know that this probably would have been a fatal 4-way anyway if Jamie was still here. Um, and if Jamie wasn't hurt, it probably just would have been Tony coming in and Jamie winning it back in the fatal 4-way. I can almost guarantee you that's probably what would have happened. So there was going to be a title switch on this show, but they did it a couple of weeks ago with Hikaru Shida. So I'm going with her. They already did it early. There was no reason to take it off her yet, so I'm going with Shida.
Jamie's not gonna be cleared for like another like few months.
Jamie's projected for February.
That sucks.
I could see her coming. I do expect her to. I do expect to see her tonight. Like if that's like I really do think she's gonna be there tonight, and that's probably gonna be in. I think she'll probably be in Britt's corner, and she'll probably neutral because Ruby Soho is there, even though she's not on the card. She is there. I think she'll probably if Ruby will probably get involved. Jamie will probably run her off. I do think we'll see her tonight, but I don't think that means Britt's gonna win. I see Shida winning.
I agree. Yeah, this would be a clean sweep on Shida, I feel.
Yeah, because Tony just had the belt. I don't think Saraya gets it, and putting the title back on Britt would just make no sense.
Next up,
we have the real world championship match. The real world championship match between CM Punk and Samoa Joe. This is the easiest match on the card to call, in my opinion. Even though I'd fucking love if Samoa Joe won. I would adore.
There's also rumors of a new title.
Yeah, but we don't know if it's this or not. And it's not a new title, it's a new design. It could be like it could be like a new design for like the fucking trios belts. We don't know. Or the women's title or the AEW title
or the TNT title.
Yeah, maybe. So we don't know. It's probably not. I doubt it's this. But yeah, I think this is the easiest match on the card to call. I think Punk's going over. He beat Joe. They're playing off the history. He beat Joe in the Owen. They're playing off the history of their Ring of Honor feud, their legendary Ring of Honor feud. I think this is going to be a lot longer of a match than what they had in the Owen, obviously, because I think they already knew that this was probably going to happen at Wembley. But yeah, I'm going with CM Punk to retain here. I would love if Joe won, but Punk is definitely retaining. He is nobody's that thing is not coming off of him until he gets involved with MJF. So
100% agree with this. I think probably unanimous.
I just missed 6 seconds of audio because something happened. Let's just make it a clean sweep of Punk.
Yeah. So now next,
there's really nothing to talk about. That it's time for the main event.
So I before we get into any predictions, so much stuff. Even I just watched the Dave Lagara and MJF interview. MJF always said key things. He's the first person he's been vulnerable to with Adam Cole. He's the first person he's ever let in because he trusts him. This is making the turn even more heartbreaking when it does. And I hope it's on the level of the Festival of Friendship heartbreak, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy Jacobs he has some producer role with AEW as well. I think they kind of let him in for some matches. So I think I've heard so many sides of this. It's either he turns tonight. He's going to turn at All Out. He's going to turn on this Dynamite, that Rampage. It's so hard. I want Adam Cole to win as well, but I also want MJF to win. I think MJF does win here, and I think the turn happens tonight. As much as people don't want to see it because it's still too soon, I think that turn happens tonight, and we get a blood feud between MJF and Adam Cole.
I don't think it's too soon, just because I think this was already extended more than they thought they were going to anyway, because I don't think they realized how over this was going to get. I think this is actually one of the easier ones to call as well. I'm going with MJF. I don't think that shit should come off of him until it's contract time. Which even then I don't think he should be taking. And plus, he still hasn't done the shit with Punk yet. Uh, I mean, I think MJF retains here, but that's not the real story here. I think everyone is probably consensus, be like, all right, MJF is probably going to walk out with the title, but this is basically the same thing I have with the Bloodline. It has so many crossroads that I can't really predict where
No
this
pun
is going to
intended.
go. Yeah, I can't really predict where this is going to go. They could take this any avenue. They could take this in a multitude of different directions. And what I think Adam Cole is definitely turning on MJF.
Yes.
A lot of people were convinced that it was going to be MJF against Adam Cole, but I think it's going to be Adam Cole against MJF.
Then
I don't know if
one
Roddy,
vindictive
Taven,
fuck.
I don't know if Roddy, Taven, and Mike Bennett get involved here, or in the. But we're gonna get a lot more clarity after
Tonight.
the first 0 hour match.
Yeah.
But we'll see how this shakes out because, I mean, MJF, as we said on Wednesday, he's going to be a sick, sadistic, psycho fuck. When the only person he keeps putting over, he's done a great job on these interviews, playing babyface, saying how much Adam Cole and the fans mean to him, how he's never had somebody like Adam that he can open up to and be comfortable with. So when
Adam
that
Cole
person, that
knows
the
his
only person,
weaknesses.
the only person that he's opened up to stabs him in the fucking back, is going to be the guy's going to be a fucking psycho. And if you thought he was bad then, just get ready. Because
God, imagine.
what people don't realize is that Adam Cole is just as bad as MJF. In every company Adam Cole has been in, he's been a psycho, sick fuck, piece of shit. He's just as bad. So people forget that because of how nice he is.
When he
He
cuts
can
his
be.
promo post like this breakup, it's gonna be on the level of his Kia Forum promo, like his pipe bomb. It's gonna be like something in him is gonna snap to an unbelievable degree.
And that's another thing.
Because we already know how evil like Adam Cole can be.
Yeah, and that's another thing too about this. We have no clue what's happening at All Out. There's no world title match booked for All Out yet.
Yeah.
We know what it's going to be, but it's just
Well,
not.
I actually
yet.
don't. I actually don't. To be honest,
I think it's going to be a rematch.
Probably, but I really never actually have really given it thought. I've been so locked in and focused on All In that I haven't really focused on All Out and where this goes after, because I've just been waiting to see what happens after. I have no clue what they're gonna do, if it's gonna be some sort of stipulation match or something like that, but we are not sure. And but yeah, that's my prediction is MJF.
Yeah, we'll talk more about this on the post show.
Yeah,
It's unanimous MJF. Okay. Since we have
Maxwell Jacob Friedman for the win.
Since we have a lot of similar picks, so let's do 2 predictions for bonus points. Under or
Let
over.
me guess.
Also, before we get into this, there was a picture of Nigel McGuinness in gear posted. I don't know if they'll have like a mini thing for him throughout the show, so we'll see if that happens. But yeah, anyway.
So the first prediction, I will do under over 5 minutes for Moxley to bleed. Christian?
I'll go over.
Okay. Mike has the over 5 minutes.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little too soon.
Under or over 5 minutes for Mox to bleed? Over?
Now, if you were to say 10 minutes, it would be a lot harder.
I will go with the under on this one.
All right.
And now, opener. I will. So opening match.
Can we have a third tiebreaker?
What? Sure.
Shortest match?
Shortest match? Okay. Does that
I think
include a
that's somewhat
0
fair.
hour?
No.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so first opening match, Christian, what do you predict to be the opener?
Trying to think. Looking at the card, just seeing how it's stacked up, I wouldn't be surprised if it went on first.
Mhm.
just to get it out of the way. Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Golden Elite versus Bullet Club Gold and Takeshita.
All right. I will do um I think the tag match opens up. I think the
I
tag
was
team
ro-
title.
I was rocking between Stadium Stampede and the tag title match too.
I was going back and forth between the Golden Elite match, the Punk and Joe match, and the House of Black match. But I don't think Punk and Joe are going first
I
with
would
a title on the line,
I
a real world title on the
so
line.
the reason why I wouldn't in my opinion to help you out with narrowing down to two, I think they would rather save like Sting and Darby, House of Black and Acclaimed for when it gets closer to nighttime. So their entrances look a lot better.
Only problem is it's gonna be like this pay-per-view is gonna end at like 5 o'clock.
Our
Okay,
time,
oh
but
wait, sorry, I'm not here today, and I've had my coffee.
Even though
You
London
you
was in
bring
America.
you do bring up. I'm sorry, you do bring up a solid point. You know what? I will go Kenny and Hangman, that match.
okay, so Golden Elite and Bullet Club
All right, now
Gold.
shortest match.
Uh so not including 0 hour,
Yeah, because I think the
but
answer
like
would be Jack versus Hook in that case.
yeah, Jack was
I'm going. If you're saying shortest match,
I honestly might go the women's match here.
mine is either the women's match or Punk and Joe.
I don't know about that. You know, I'm just to keep it simple and save time, I'll go with the women's match.
I think that's gonna be unanimous on that one. Which is I'm okay with that because we have well, besides you guys have the over on Mox bleeding and stuff like that, and the Golden Elite and Black and Bullet Club for the opener. I guess for me, the shortest I will say Acclaimed and House of Black. I think that's going to be a nice solid like 15 minutes. I can't see that going over 20. So like I'm gonna say like that one's gonna be like the shortest out of all of them. I see the women going a solid 18 to 20. Punk and Joe going 25. So I'm gonna go House of Black and Acclaimed.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's Osprey and Omega, just to throw a dark horse in there.
And also I guess we'll check out Cage Side when we do the post show to see how long it is because they'll immediately have the transcript of match time.
True.
All right, so Christian, who you got for the shortest match?
I said I'm just gonna go Punk and Joe.
Okay, and Mike.
I'll go with the women's match.
Okay, there we go. So now we have an actual proper tiebreaker towards the very very end for the shortest match. All right, guys, that will do it for this pre-show. You can catch the post-show. Someone else. Wait, someone posted in YouTube chat. Do you see Tony Khan announcing AEW heading to Mexico or Japan before WWE does?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I think.
Wait,
I think
WWE hasn't done shows in Mexico.
Well, like
No,
not
they
like
ha- they have.
proper shows, but like house shows. They've only done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they did the Puerto Rico show. I think they will expand like that, but I think AEW will go to Japan first because
Oh, yeah.
I mean, New Japan has said they want to do Forbidden Door in Japan. So
Yeah. So I think
just
probably
see that.
Forbidden Door 3 will be.
There's rumblings right now that Punk and Joe might open. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but there's rumblings about that. But yeah, weird.
All right.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I was actually thinking about that one as well. But
Yeah, I would think they would want to spread out the 3-on-3 tag matches and not have them too close together.
All right.
Guys, thank you all for watching this pre-show You can
All right,
catch
Jeff
us.
Jarrett and Jay Lethal are coming out right now. So
Who?
enjoy the show, guys.
Yeah, enjoy the show. Peace.
Later.
Enjoy.